style, inclusive music.
Today's video, I'm going to talk to you all about the importance. It is very important that you do contracts with your work. Years and years ago when I started doing this thing, DJing, first of all, it's my first love. I would do this stuff and I got took a couple of times. I was taken a couple of times where people didn't pay me after I did the gig and, blah, blah, blah. So, luckily it didn't become the fisticuffs and I didn't end up in jail. I've never been in jail, thank God for that. But I learned the hard way. And throughout my business, before I actually became a business, I learned you have to do contracts. And some people don't like doing that and they think, oh, you don't trust me. No, it ain't about trusting this business. Even with family, I'm here to tell you. Even with family, most of the times, most definitely because of family. You have to do a contract. Whatever you're doing work on, whoever you're doing work for, have that contract. And get you a deposit. Now, there are many ways to get that deposit. For me, when I go out and I talk to the person and we're discussing whatever it may be, then I get half of whatever the total is, and it's non-refundable. And, there are stipulations in there for if things are canceled or whatever, because that's another reason why you need your contract, because there are times when people cancel and you held up a time where someone else needed something, but you held up because of these people, and then when they cancel, it made you miss out on this. Now, that's why you need to get your deposits. That's why you need to have them non-refundable, and that's why you need to have your contract. Because if you miss out on something, at least you didn't miss out completely. You got some money. You know how your company is, or you know how your business is, or if you're not a business and you're just out there doing things like I was in the beginning, just DJing, wasn't even a company. You know how you run what you do. So I'm telling you that you need to have a contract. Write your contract out and check your contract and make sure that your wording is on point, because people will try to find loopholes in your stuff. So there are times where you may have to, years down the line, change the wording. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey. And when you do your contracts, make sure that you explain to the customer everything that you do and what you expect of them. Because they will quickly say, well, you didn't say that, or I shouldn't pay you because you didn't tell me that. Explain everything in detail. Don't expect them to just read it. Now, you can just go by them saying they read whatever you may have in there, because on those contracts, they sign them, at least with mine. You have to make sure that they sign these contracts. So you could say, well, by you signing this, it tells me that you read it. So we do know that everybody don't read every little thing on every contract. I'm guilty of have done that. I know all of you are guilty of times where you've done that. But to make it better for you, explain everything in detail that you're gonna do, and explain everything that you expect of them in detail. So if it all comes down to some foolishness, they can't say, well, you didn't tell me this, or I didn't know this. No, we ain't gonna play that game. Because in my contracts, not only do you have to pay half of your total cost, if you try to cancel past a certain time and I don't do it, you still owe me everything. So you have to put everything. You can't be afraid to lose business because of your pricing. I've been there. to where, oh, I stayed at this low end, this low end, this low end because I was afraid I wouldn't get in the business. But after I looked at it and after talking to people, and because I don't really ask people, it's not that I'm, to where I can't ask people stuff. It's just that I don't like to ask people stuff because a lot of people, you're gonna go on your own anyway. But just for those who are like me, who don't want to ask people because they'll say, oh, you wouldn't have knew this if I wouldn't have told you, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to help you out a little bit through me. I used to be one of those people who wouldn't ask because I didn't want to hear those words. I used to be a person who charged pennies, literally, for my DJing and other stuff because I wanted to have some business. I knew some top end people out there and I wasn't no competition, and I got to get my foot in the, and sometimes you have to do that. But you don't stay there. Don't stay there. Doing favors for people. Once you get yourself out there and you feel like you're established, take that price up. Because a lot of people will say, well, dang, you that low, you must not be that good. A lot of people will say, dang, people are going to try to lowball you. If you're not already an establishment that's established, and I mean like a liquor store, and I had my rant video, y'all go check it out, my PSA for the mobile DJ. I've had that rant. They're going to try to lowball you. There's a lot more that I could charge for what I do as far as the DJing aspect. And I don't. But, that's because I don't do coliseums and, and civic center type deals. I don't do things that big. I do smaller venue type things of what I do. I'd have to turn down if someone tried to get me to do something at a stadium, like a football field, NFL stadium or something. I'd have to possibly, turn that down, because I don't have all of the stuff that is fitting for something like that. And if you don't have it, don't try to flourish for nobody and put yourself out there like, oh, I got all of this, I got all of this. But people talk about you. Now, if you're like me, you don't care nothing about what to say, but don't go out there lying to people. Don't go out there lying to people, because once it's found out that you're a liar, then people more than likely ain't going to want to deal with you. But back to what this video is all about. Contracts. Make your contract to where you feel comfortable. When you have people who want to use your services or are thinking about using your services, explain everything in detail of what you're going to do, what to expect of them, and make sure it's signed, dated. They get a copy. You get a copy. Get you a deposit. Non-refundable. That's just how that goes. It's business, people. That's how businesses do. And if they don't want to deal with that, well, I don't have the money, well, we don't have anything going. And contracts hold dates for me. The date is saved with you once we do this contract, not just from word of mouth. Contracts are very important, people. This is Mr. Sycamore just giving you a little tip. Not just for mobile DJing, but for the small business. I'm just here trying to help you. I'm trying to show you some things from my events. That's all. It's all about fun. Let's have some fun. Enjoy your life, people. Alright? Until my next video, I'm out.